Welcome back to the Polus all tasks tutorial, where today I believe we're going to finish up the map. We've kind of got some cleanup to do here at the end of the run. So the first thing we're going to do is we've already done the weapons task. We're going to run over it and come down here. Again, these nodes, most of them have humongous hitboxes, so stand as far away as you can. Do the node. This node's pretty good. Now with this wheel, normally you have to come on this side of it, but you can actually access the wheel from inside. This doesn't save a whole lot of time, but it's definitely saves something, so it's worth doing. And this is also the other reason why you use the old version of the map. You want to go on this side, do the wheel, again, do as fast as you can, and keep spinning even after the wheel stops turning. Next, we're going to go up here and do the second half of Water Jug. This is not active until the first half is done. If you could do the Water Jugs in either order, this run would be so much faster. Because there's so many there's a totally different route you could do this. But we have to do this late, and it forces us to come back into admin. Again, don't exit out early. It is slightly faster to take the angle and run through the meeting room here versus run down. Because you'll notice you can hold diagonal past that and then just run diagonal down here, run past all this. This download, if it was not here, we also wouldn't need to do this room first. We'd actually go straight into specimen from the start, but because of this download and we've already done all the uploads, we have to do this download first. So another unfortunate thing that makes this map a little longer. Here we've got a temperature. Now here's the thing with temperature, is the faster you can mash, the better. If I just sit here and hold it, it's about that speed. However, if I mash, for me, I use 2 fingers on the touchscreen. You can see it goes so much faster. And then you want to exit out of that. This rock does have collision here, this little one, so you do got to go a little bit to the left, and then you do have to go back to the right. If you go even with it, you'll never. Oh, you hit the hitbox up here, but I don't know. I mean, you either have to go up more, or you can just go right a little bit, and then you're going to go left. I don't think it really matters there. I always just choose to go right a little bit, and this is the last node. This is a pretty good one. This is a lot of straight corridors. Before we go in here to finish it out, if you decided to do drill late, this would be the time you have to do it. Before we go on here, and here's the end of the run where I was talking about why I saved this. You're going to see this here now. So we run in here, run over and do the nodes. Now before we talk about that, we got to talk about nodes. And this is why the order of selecting the nodes was important back in the setup part of this tutorial. Just like, let's see if it's visible. The top one is visible. These are in the order that you selected them, and then it complete them in this order. So whatever this one was, node GI is going to show up first. In the order I did it. Though it might be a different order if you selected them in a different order. But my order for how I select them, where I did the top one, then the bottom 2, then the other 4. If you don't remember what I mean, go back to that setup video and check out when I talked about the weather nodes in the outside folder. I'm always going to get 5, 6, 3, 4, 2, 1. And again, that's my order. You're going to have to learn your order if your order is different. Then I'm going to have to run right by this temperature, so I'm going to do it. It works just the same as before. Spam clip, don't hold. That is not true on controller. On controller, if you hold, it goes as fast as possible. So you do want to hold in controller, but don't hold. And then we're going to finish with that task we did at near the start, the other 60-second task. The reason we have to come back here is to get this. Again, don't click the wrong one, because otherwise it's not going to work. We're going to click the right one, and boom, the task is done. There's a couple things to talk about in the cliff notes, so be sure to stick around for that. And I'll see you in that video, but otherwise, we're done with Polus.